Hey, I'm back, and instead of it being 1 second, it's been like a week. So, yeah. My bad. I sort of don't remember what's going on. So hopefully I can remember while I read this. While the fact that she doesn't consider her parents' residence to be her home makes good sense, it makes me realize that I can't really answer whether the same goes for me. Graduation from Yamaku is distant enough to be difficult to view objectively. I've spent so much time in the small room, I've come to accept the dormitory as my new home surprisingly quickly. I guess I would be hard to deal with. Is your knowledge of English holding up? Thankfully, I may be fluent, but being in a position where I have to use it often helps in curbing my Japanese accent. So it needs to be useful practice. It's been useful practice. I hear you're trying to teach yourself English? More like memorizing a few lines and failing at even that much. I'm not really cut out for learning another language. My admission of defeat draws an amused giggle. I believe there are things one chooses to do in life, and also things that are chosen for one to do in life. You can take comfort in the fact you are better than me in science and math, at least. All that helped and is making me Metallist art student. I wouldn't worry about that. They're useful skills for many jobs, right? That's what he tells me. His face veritably lit up when I said I'd probably go into a career involving either. We both share a warm laugh at the events that have been befallen each other on opposite ends of the world. It's nice to and reminds me of our simple small talk that I've been missing since she left. As each of us waits for the other to begin speaking, I try to push ahead with my feelings. I can feel my throat tightening slightly. I miss you. The silence on the other end of the phone tells me she's given the words their due weight. But as it goes on, I can't help feeling more and more apprehensive. Thankfully, the silence ends almost as quickly as it began. I miss you too, Asal. Goodbye. Goodbye, Lily. Once again, the phone is hung up. Simply and without further ado. That light, tentative, almost shy voice, her warm and soft tone. I'd simply be lying to myself if I were to say that I don't recognize its feeling for what it is. With thoughts of Lily dancing on my mind, I start to anticipate her return. Today has been a most excellent day. I sit listening to another of Metal's long, winded lectures, my mind wandering far from the scribbles on the dirty blackboard. Since I called Lily, my mind's been drawn into two directions, but both roughly led to the same conclusion. I started to feel oddly detached from my past life. It's only been a few months and a half since I arrived here. Yet, the school's become a second home. I've gained new friends and contacts, managed to get to grips with the school's lifestyle and culture, and become accustomed to the quirks of my classmates. To become used to a school where disabilities are the norm rather than the rare exception, still catching me off guard sometimes when I think on it. The same school that's populated by burn victims, amputees, the blind, the deaf, and all manner of disabilities in between. You pretty much just summed up the girls. Or, not summed up, you just described all the girls' disabilities. If someone has described this school to me before I'd come, I'd have shrugged it off as an overreactive imagination. Even when I first arrived, I felt like the Dutch coming to this strange new land for the first time. It amazes me how quickly one become used to the environment they're forced to live in, really. And now, I found someone that's beyond an entire, at least min. What a strange life. Before my mind can wander any further though, I find a page of lined paper slipped under my distracted face. The garish pink ink has no doubt been penned by Misha. Don't look so bored to chat. School's nearly over. 3-day holiday. Oh right. We get Saturday and Monday off. Can't complain having less school, I suppose. I uncap my pen and scribble on the page before covertly passing it back to her, flicking my eye to the front of the class every now and then. Mattel continues scrolling around arcane equations and formulas on the board. I'm guessing you have something planned? Misha takes the paper back and hunches it over, comically, even for her, with her tongue poking through the side of her mouth. Did she misinterpret my expression as depressed? And is she trying to cheer me up? Soon council work with Shichan, of course. This is cool. You're still not brooding over that? Surely. But Shichan could have helped us poor, lonely girls. I'd lend you a hand for today if I weren't going to be busy. Ooh, naughty Chan. I'm just gonna meet Lily with Hanako. I don't know what you've got going through your head. So Lily's back? Yeah, she's coming on the evening flight with her sister, so she'll be back in school next week. As she takes the note back and begins to write, I look up to see an unwelcome sight. While I frantically try and silently catch Misha's attention, Matao confidently strides through the gap between the desks from the front of the class, his intent gaze focused directly on her. She's suddenly stops writing, as his tall figure casts an impossibly long shadow over the page. He silently takes the piece of paper from her and begins to read. Sweating bullets, I quickly glance around the class, noting their complete silence. Of course, it would just have to be one thing that actually gets their attention during the lesson. After a scant few seconds examining the page, he rolls the paper up into a small tube and lightly bops Misha over the head with it. Half an hour until you can hop off the student council. I think you can hold on until then. Misha's face cracks as his entire class erupts in laughter. He might well be awkward, but he knows how to handle her excellently. I'd probably feel sorry for her if I weren't as busy stifling my own laugh. Poor Misha. Sal, is that one of it? Is that one it? No, I think that's some foreign airline. And so the third aircraft they're not on comes in to land. For the past half hour, we've been whiling away to buy time with small snippets of pointless chatter. Lily and Akira's flight have been delayed, and at this rate, it'll probably be dark before the plane arrives. Is that one it? Fuck, I feel so bad. I don't know if the company colors are wrong. Malika's eyes flutter left and right, following the trickle of people in and out of huge glass doors ahead of us. Fortunately, nobody pays her much heed, their attention apparently directed towards greater things. Sorry. Maybe that one, is it? No, I think that's... Hold on a minute. I think that one might be it after all. It takes still some more time before the billboard changes their flight status to disembarking. A loud yawn sneaks up on me, not allowing enough time to stifle it. My sleep patterns have once again been all over the place, likely due to a mix of worrying about Hanako and the side effects of my medication. Sal, over there. I look to Hanako, then follow her gaze to the airport door. Oh, Lily, they're here. Really? We all call out to each other in greeting, quickly shuffling over to the side to avoid blocking the passage of others. Lily! Hanako jumps forward to hug Lily, a wide smile on her face, being all that's needed to see her happiness as Lily's return. Lily simply smiles in return, her voice soft. It's wonderful to meet you again, Hanako. As the two give each other a hug, well deserved after all that happened while she was gone, I turn to Akira. Yo. You're pretty late. Yeah, there was a really bad storm over the airport, and got drenched just going from the car to the door. I guess you'll appreciate the weather here more then. Welcome back to you too, Lily. Hanako breaks off from Lily as I speak. For a long time, neither of us say a word. Contrary to what I thought her homecoming would be like, the atmosphere feels awkward, almost stifling. Again with the stifle. What? Both of us try to guess each other's feelings, not quite sure about what we should say. Damn. This is exactly what I feared when I thought trying to move things forward between us. Lily runs her hands through her fair hair, and awkwardly twirls one of her bangs in her fingers, clearly trying to think of how best to react. Eventually, thankfully, Lily gives a small sigh and breaks the silence. Thank you, Isel. It's nice to be back. Are you okay? You look tired. Evidently not recollecting herself all that well. She quickly waves her hand in front of her face to start off any concern. Alco may have her over her. I'm okay, really. I'm just a bit jet lag. Weak. You don't have any? She simply gives a big grin, puffing out her modest chest. I feel absolutely fine. I don't know her voice. That's not fair. How? Haha, oh well. You shouldn't take too long to get rid of it. Ah, that's right, Isal. Yeah. Don't you have a holiday from school soon? I had forgotten if Misha hadn't reminded me this morning. We've got a 3-day weekend starting from tomorrow. Akira playfully bumps her elbow lightly on Lily's side, grinning. Ooh. Told ya you wouldn't miss it. You have something planned? If neither you nor Hanako are busy. I've got no plans, so something to do would be appreciated. Hanako? No, nothing. She's not stuttering. That's so nice. That's good. I was thinking we could go to my family's summer house for a bit of quiet over the break. We rarely used it recently, though, so we'd have to dust off a little while we're there. Oh, where is it? Up north, in Hokkaido. The place is practically deserted, so it should be a nice, quiet break for you guys. You're not coming? Nah, got a little holiday of my own set up with my boyfriend. I lower my eyes at her suspicious of her intentions. It sounds like we're just cleaning up the summer house for you. That's perhaps a valid conclusion. Both of us zero in on Akira, her face somewhat evasive. Looks like we were right. That's just a convenient bonus. Really, me and the guy left in pretty good condition last we were there, I promise. Well then, I'm out of here. Alrighty, Akira. She quickly turns and walks away, her hand held high. I'll see you in a few days, guys. Oh. Lily and I can only sigh at her hasty retreat. It does sound like it would be a nice place to go. Lily gives an enthusiastic nod, taking her carry bag in one hand and placing her other on Hanako's shoulder for guidance as we begin to make our way to the taxi area. After the fracas of the past few days, spending a weekend in the country alone with her and Hanako sound like a dream. The more I think about it, the more sure I am. This will be the right time and place to confess my feelings to her. Ooh. Oh, fuck, you gonna do it? Shit, Hazal, you gonna do it? Oh my god. You better. Oh, we woke up here. Alright. The morning chill wraps itself around my shivering body. I huff into my cupped hands to desperately try to starve off the cold as we mill about on the station platform. Lily's clothing rather ill-suited for the temperature around us. I can only hope it's indicative of what she expects the weather would be like at her destination. Damn it, Lily. Why'd you have to get here so early? Unfortunately, the train schedule isn't against us. The next train to Hokkaido is at 2 in the afternoon. Great. Just great. Shut up, Sal. Jeez. I pause a moment to wipe some sleep out of my eyes, and Lily promptly takes advantage of the opening. Cheer up, Hazal. Once we get there, it'll be much warmer. Why not just take a bullet train? Our normal train's going to take hours to get us there, so we may as well take the Shinkansen line. Shinkansen line? Alright, as far as north as it goes, and just switch at the end. There's a certain charm to the older trains, wouldn't you agree? I'd agree if it weren't freezing in the morning. If I weren't freezing the morning cold because we decided to take one. I'm sorry, Sal. Sorry, don't be sorry. Hanako, please. I was the one who suggested taking a normal train. No! Wait, if it makes me feel guilty. All I can do is sigh and cover my face with my hand. It's fine, I'm just grumbling. Sal, please. My, Hanako, you never shoulder all the blame yourself, Oh, you needn't shoulder all the blame yourself. Even without your suggestion, I'd still have opted for the same thing. Thankfully for the quick interception from Lily, I'd take a quick gander around the station. Aside from us, the train platform's all but deserted. The morning dew settling on the empty benches. I guess no one else has a masochistic enough to brave the very early morning. Though if someone was, they'd more than noticed the huge bags both Lily and Anako brought with them. Just, what did you have to pack into those things anyway? The bags? She paused for a moment and tilts her head in thought. A change of clothing, raincoat, underwear, sleepwear, a number of books. I think that's most of it. You make it sound as if I'm unprepared. You brought less? Underwear and a pack of cards. That's... What the hell? Really? Only underwear? Fucking hell. And my pills, but never mind that. No pajamas? Damn, I knew I forgot some. Sal, you're an idiot. As I ruffle my hair in frustration, Lily sighs. There'd be clothing you could use there. Akira still occasionally goes there after all, and I think some of our parents' clothing are still in storage. I don't think there'll be any problem with you borrowing a set of pajamas if you need to be. Thanks. Still, I don't mind just sleeping in my normal clothing. For 2 days? Good point. Not really. Though 2 days would be borderline. It's more than looking even a little a slob would be unacceptable while in the presence of 2 girls. As we leisurely talk on the station platform, an announcement sounds from the loudspeakers, loudly heralding our ride's arrival. Looking past Lily and Nanako, though, the train's still well out of sight. A quick check of my watch is enough to see that it's one well-bid taken. The 5:30 train was ours, right? Correct. Either of you want me to take your bags? Mine's not exactly heavy. My, that's very gentlemanly of you, Sal. Don't accept too reluctantly now. As I bend down to pick up Lily's large bag, I look up to see Anako picking up hers. You fine with that? A silent nod's the only answer. I'm starting to get the feeling that by the trip's end, I'll be able to count every sentence she said in one hand. Oh my god. That's cool. This is cool. While the morning lamps keep passing by the window, and the occasional rattle of the train bumping the carriage around, I try to focus my attention on the aging playing cards held in my hand. No, he's playing with them now. Cool. I'll raise you 5. Hi. She scrunches her face and leans over to Lily conspiratorially. The two exchange a few whispered words. Considering how often this has been so far, I'm coming to doubt Naoko's grasp on how to play poker. It doesn't seem to disturb Lily's reading though, her hands splitting over each page with only occasional corrections to account for the trains bumping and rocking. My collection of chess pieces. Jeez, what the... oh, whatever. Chess pieces that were used as chips is totally growing anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Looking around us, our carriage is almost as empty as the station's platform we'd wait for the train itself on. Only a handful of people can be seen, looking mostly like tourists and a couple of couples on holiday. While the two continue their less than clandestine strategizing, the small boy looked over the seat and stares at me. Hoping he doesn't begin to stare at Naoko, I simply give him a wave and smile. Thankfully, he retreats back to his seat after finding me far too boring to waste his attention on. I'll see you and raise you another 5. Damn, he got me. I fold. I had been bluffing and she got me. Hanging my head, I push over the large portion of my winnings. Naoko looks absolutely delighted, and even if Lily keeps her attention focused on her reading material, I can see a smirk on her face. They're both extremely pleased. I like this drawing really. Jeez. For a moment I try to work out what Lily's reading, but the cover is too faded, and I read beyond the fact that Roman letters are on it. And I pity that I can't read the braille above the printed title. What are you reading, Lily? The title looks like it's in English. That's right. It's And Then There Were None, an old British story that I could read it to you if you like. She extends the offer with a grin, obviously in jest. I think I'll pass. Thanks. Ooh, look at that summer house. Wow. After a seemingly endless trip, we finally reach the promised land of the Katawa summer house. Even after the train trip, the walk up seems to take forever. Despite the grumbling though, I have never guessed the sight that would be in store for us. We've traveled that long, deserted road. It looks more like a farmhouse than an everyday house. I imagine small in size and surrounded by trees and bushes. An empty expanse of I've been yawning a lot recently, I don't know why. An empty expanse of wheat fields and farming lands can be seen as we walk up, the fencing only consisting of rickety old wooden planks. It really drives home how far we are from the major cities, and it's a sight that feels antithetical to the environment I grew up in. The only thing that doesn't surprise me is its western styling. Wow, it's amazing out here. It's wonderful. That's nice to hear. While Akira may have said that she kept the house in reasonable connection, I was worried that we may have different standards of reasonable. It looks like there isn't another soul for miles. I thought Akira would be the type to keep to the city. Lily furrows her brow in thought, seemingly recalling the almost forgotten knowledge. From memory, there is a small town not too far ahead. Other than that, though, this is largely just an old farmland. Akira and I stayed in our parents' house, which was in the nearest city for a while. But after they left, we decided to move into a smaller, more easily maintainable house. find a place like this in Japan nowadays. It's kind of anachronistic. Well, this town does have quite a bit of history. Oh jeez. I'll look down to the street one last time before getting back to the task at hand. Shall we go then? I'm parched. It was a long walk to get here. Lily gives an enthusiastic nod to three of us lugging our bags in the house. Oh wow, that's a nice couch. Nice couch. That's a nice couch. As soon as we set to the foot inside, Anako and I started looking around, taking in every detail of where we'll be staying for the next few days. All the artifacts of another life stopped mid-motion or are around the house, such as the television guide lying beside the counter it was on, and the pans in the adjoining kitchen still sitting on the stove. It's a strange feeling, really, as if we were stepping into Akira's life for a brief moment before leaving in a couple of days just as we'd come. Of course, there are more mundane realities that she's just had cleaned up after herself that well. Well, should we put our bags? Or where should we put our bags? I'll show Anako our bedroom. I can put yours here if you like. You can put yours here if you like. You mean I don't have the same bedroom as you two? Anako flowers into a full blush as Lily takes her cheek in her hand. Oh my, how bold. Ooh! You two. Hold on, if I leave my bag here, where will I be sleeping? Well, seeing as we lack a guest room. The convertible futon, huh? Sorry, Sal. I sigh, lamenting my place on the bottom rung of sleeping location priorities. I guess there's no other choice. Lily leaves to show Anako to the bedroom, so I take a small tour of my surroundings after I drop my bag on the floor. Huh. Alright. The kitchen is just like the living room. It's fairly modest. The rustic nature of the wooden furnishing drives home just how far we are from civilization. Returning to the living room, decide to try out the television until they get back. With a touch of the remote, it immediately flickers to life, apparently set to a news channel. Almost flopping down from the exhaustion rather than sitting, I lay back and watch. And watch. And watch. Good night, His Hal. Oh, no pass the time? His Hal. No. I quickly blink to wake myself up. Lily and Anako have returned minus their bags. From the Hokkaido night sky visible outside the window, it looks like I drifted off to sleep. Looking at the wall-mounted clock, it's already 10. You found the television then? Yeah, it really does feel nice and homey here. I'm glad you like it. You were already out like a light when you came back after unpacking our things, so we didn't have the heart to wake you up sooner. Judging from her giggle, I found something funny. I must sound funny when I sleep. I swiftly decide not to inquire. There's some dinner waiting for you in the kitchen. Hanako gives a deep yawn, only just remembering how to cover her mouth at the last second. My, are you tired? I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm pretty tired too. It was a long walk up here, and it's getting late. If that's the case, I suppose we should retire for the night. Good night, Isao. Good night. Night. With that, they quietly turn and walk back to the bedroom. Rubbing my eyes, I sigh. I wonder if I'll be able to get back to sleep after being woken up. I suppose I'll eat something and watch more TV quietly before going to bed. Do. But seriously though, that's a nice couch. That's a nice couch.